I think we need to start with a game that turned out to be a dead rubber because Inter beat Victoria Pilsen earlier. But I think it's still very, very significant because we had Barcelona playing Bayern. Barcelona knew they were eliminated. They knew they were going for the Europa League. But you still had a full house. You had Bayern at home. Bayern know they're going to top the group come what may. And I kind of feel like what we saw is significant because Bayern went out, played like they always do, and they won 3-0. Barcelona, I thought, were disappointing.
Yeah, very underwhelming from Xavi's tactics, who was completely outdone by Nagelsmann's tactics, and too predictable, very much so, to individual performances as well. You know, it's okay, you've got a game plan set by your manager, but you can also individually play well, play better. I think from Dembele to Lewandowski to Koundé, let's not even go into Bellerin and Marcos Alonso and all of that. It was bad, or very average. I guess it shows where the two teams are right now, even if you would expect more from Barcelona.
Yeah, and look, I mean, we're not in the dressing room. We know the mentality, and we know how gutting it is when you lose motivation, right? Yeah. But you should still have a motivation to make a statement. If not, and I would have had no problem had Xavi done this, once you see the other results, say, that team sheet, let me take that back.
Yeah.
And, and I'm starting 11 Pablo Torres.
But then you don't want to lose even like 10-0 against Bayern Munich at home, though.
Yeah, but you play the kids, whatever. Here's a glimpse of the future. But I'm saying is you don't have that.
Yeah.
Here, the players know if they tried hard, right? So they know, all right, we tried hard in a game where really we had no pressure in terms of result, and we still got our backsides handed to us 3-0. I think that is a blow.
Yeah, I agree with you. And they can go back on, and they've done already. Matteo Alemani came out after the game saying, the refereeing in Milan was so bad. That cost us. Okay, the injuries have cost us. Yeah, fair enough. I think that has made Xavi's life more difficult, especially defensively. But overall, I don't think you can be surprised by Bayern being so much better than this Barca team. Right. And then Inter, I think it was a very much 50-50. And in the end, they got out.
We were talking earlier about Xavi and Nagelsmann, right? Two young players. The difference being Nagelsmann is like 10 years experience almost, and Xavi does not. Did that show?
Yeah, completely. I mean, we can go back. Barca had a very good game against Athletic Club de Bilbao at the weekend in the league, which is great, and Athletic are a good team.
Although they're a good team that's been playing really badly after starting well.
And I've got nothing against something that worked. You try to reproduce it the next game. However, Bayern are not Athletic Club, and they're a much better team. So you want to do the high press as you did in the first game against Bayern, where you played really well the first half and you should have been in front. This time, Bayern had prepared so well. Their plan to beat your press, and you were too predictable. They played long. Why would you want Koundé to almost man-mark choupo-moting the whole time? Because you know that if Choupo goes on the side of Marcos Alonso, then you're in big, big trouble. The problem is that kept Koundé out of position all the time, leaving big space. Mane on the first goal has acres of space. Gnabry all game long. Musiala as well. It was too predictable, I thought, from Xavi.
They got caught out with quick passes. By the way, why would you man-mark Choupo-Moting? Because the man is a beast.
Yeah, true,
5 goals in 4 games?
Yeah, incredible.
He's in fuego, man. What are you going to do?
Fuego.
We're going to talk about. You can't help but talk about the impact of this financially. I posted, and it's an incredibly complicated document. I posted the official calculations of how the Champions League prize money will be distributed. It's very relevant in terms of Barcelona because obviously this is the year that they pulled the levers. They went all in on growth and whatever. It will have an impact. I think it's going to end up being between 30 and 50 million, but honestly, it could be more, it could be less. It depends on how they do in the Europa League. It depends on how Real Madrid does in the Champions League. It depends on a whole bunch of factors. If you want to know why, go and check it out. But the bottom line is that this is a serious blow. Yeah. The guy gambled and they took a hit, and between the 40 million that they're not getting in TV rights and this, you're 80 million down already.
Yeah, it's bad.
Something like that.
It's the second season in a row, of course, that you go down to the Europa League. I think for your own image and your own standing, this is not good at all. And Laporta can say, don't worry, we will compensate with a new sponsor. The new sponsor will cover... But this is not the point here. Yeah, of course you can have new sponsors even if you qualify for the Champions League, even if you win the Champions League.
You see, the problem is...
This is not how you resolve this kind of issue.
When you mortgage your future, it's not about compensating, it's about growing.
Yeah.
That's why you borrow money so you can grow. It's not about compensating.
That's very true.
The problem is, I mean, you know my views on Laporta, but ultimately, he's Mr. Brightside, right?
Yeah.
It's always positive with a guy.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.